frustrating off to be on the sidelines during this stretch?
Definitely. I want to play with my brothers, go out there and fight, to the end with them. So it's coming.
Ron has said that he wants to see you be able to cut loose and kind of just go. Is that something you feel like you've been able to accomplish this week? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I think I did. So, like I said, I had a good practice today, and I'll see where it take me tomorrow.
I asked Ron the other day if there was anything he wishes he had done differently in this process for you. Is there anything you wish had gone differently in this process?
Nah, I'm good with everything, I wish it was a faster process in general, but it is what it is.
Would you have wanted people to know the full extent of your injury? To know that this is something that takes a while to overcome?
Eventually.
Hey, the guy's almost crying there. Look, he's had a rough go of it, and we don't know which way his career is going to go. He came into the NFL as the Defensive Rookie of the Year. He was dominant. During his second season in November, he tears an ACL, and he hasn't played since then. Guys tear ACLs, and we hear all the time, hey, surgery was a success. He's ahead of schedule. They're already – Shefty was saying this weekend, Kyler Murray's going to be back in 8 months. He'll be good to go week 1. I hate that. I hate when that comes out, and I wish that we in the media weren't part of that, because what does it do, Chris? It sets a bar that now the player may or may not live up to.
Right.
And if he doesn't, it's on him. He's the failure. That, they were trying to get him in a roundabout way to say, maybe he didn't rehab hard enough. Maybe he didn't focus hard enough. Maybe he didn't work hard enough. No, maybe it's just when this very important ligament in your knee tears and they find something else to put in there, whether it's a cadaver ACL or wherever else they harvest that from. What, don't they use part of your other body, like something else that they'll make it out of? Like, it's not always going to heal as quickly as Adrian Peterson's did. And Adrian Peterson kind of ruined it for everybody else. It created an expectation that, you'll be fine. You'll be anything but fine. It takes hard work. It takes effort. And even then, there's no guarantee that you're ever going to be 100%, or that when you are 100%, it's going to be the 100% you used to be.
Yeah, that's right, Mike.
So
that's
I feel
right.
And look, they got to decide whether or not they're going to pick up the option on Chase Young after this year. I don't know that they will. I mean, this guy started off great, and he may never get that second contract. He's still got to prove himself to the Commanders or anyone else. I feel bad for Chase Young, and I just wish that the rest of us in this business would show a little human compassion and sensitivity to this guy. Do you think he doesn't want to play?
Yeah,
Do you
loves
think he's
football.
malingering?
Right.
There's just that attitude. Didn't you sense that just a little bit? They were they were careful to stay back from the line, but I felt like there's just that sense of maybe it's you. Not just circumstances or whatever. We need to realize this is a tough injury to come back from.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things there. First off, you're right. They got a big decision to make, all right? And they got, of course, one of those defensive tackles, I think Daron Payne, he's up for a new contract, and he's one of the best defensive tackles in football, right? They've paid Jonathan Allen already. You could argue that, even before Chase Young got hurt last year, we were talking about he wasn't having a great year. That was kind of the thing around football, is that Chase Young has no pass rush moves. He kind of just does this and tries to power rush you, and it's like teams caught on to that. So there's a lot of people that you go around the league and we go, well, no, we think Montez Sweat's the better pass rusher compared to Chase Young. So that's where, yeah, it's tough. He's not going to be able to get to prove that narrative wrong or show how he's grown. And, Mike, to your point with, again, hey, yeah, there's certain guys that have healed fast, but we've seen Odell Beckham Jr. take some time last year, and we're seeing it again this year. And, when people talk about the quarterbacks, all right, well, the quarterback can play with being less than 100%. Yeah, I mean, we'd like Kyler Murray to be running around like the road runner and doing all that. But even if he can't do, the Kyler Murray things, he'll still be able to play quarterback and move enough to play the position. This is pass rusher. This is 265-pound freak who is as fast as Kyler Murray. So the pressure on the joints and the ligaments there is greater Let alone his job is to do what, Mike? Explode off the line of scrimmage, come around the corner, push with a guy pushing him that's 330 pounds, and just still go around the corner. Like, yeah, that's a little more stress on the knee than the quarterback who's got to drop back in the pocket and stand there. Like, and that's where I think, we have to realize that. There's a little bit of a different bar to get to that moment, to be able to go, hey, I'm running, I'm moving great, but am I running and moving great with a 300-pounder pushing me at the same time? And that's where I'm sure there's, a little bit of a obstacle still to overcome as far as that feeling and feeling the knee feel right in those situations.
All of us just need to understand these guys are motivated to get back and play. They're the ones who are the elite athletes that are prevented from doing the thing that they want to do, the thing that gives them their identity as young men who have been great athletes their entire lives. It gets them paid, and it gives them the fame and notoriety that they're accustomed to. They want to do it. This isn't, I'm just going to sit around and not put in the work necessary to get ready to go.
Right.
And it's a frustrating process. You could see it in his eyes,
Definitely.
folks. You could see it in his eyes. He wants to get back. And it reminds me of what came up earlier this year. There was a report that the Commanders were frustrated because Chase Young aggravated the knee at Von Miller's offseason pass rush summit. The only problem with that report was it wasn't true. He wasn't even there. So there's been this weird sense that maybe it's on Chase Young to some degree, and it's just not. Sometimes these things don't heal the way they do.
And if he aggravated at doing that or trying to play and get better, then okay, he did it. Let's not fault him for, now we're going to fault him for wanting to get back. And but yet when he's not back, we're going to go like, do you really want to get back? Or is there a problem with you? No. Like you said, football's his life. It's his passion. He was one of the leaders of the team as a rookie. You can tell the guy loves the sport. And, yeah, it's a tough situation for him right now.
It just hurts me sometimes, especially, and if we're ever going to do it, it's going to be this time of year where we recognize the humanity of the individuals that put on those uniforms and go out there and put their literally lives on the line, their future on the line, their health on the line every single day. We should have a greater appreciation for it. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.